so are you pissed off?
Yeah, I would.
Why?
Really, just because, the game I had, and then I was like, this guy only had like 17 tackles, and pick six, but I had a game-winning pick six. I had tackles, I had the sacks, I had TFLs. I was all over the place. Had a crazy game. No one has done that. There's only probably like 2 players that have done that in a while. So, like, it's unreal that it happened again, second year in a row. So, like, it's crazy.
Okay, so how does that manifest itself in how you go into this week?
Really just stay focused, stay locked in, but just had that extra fire. I was already motivated, but it just motivated me even more to go out there, make more plays, and this time just they can't deny it. So, make plays to where they can't deny it this time.
All right, so this might make you feel better because Montez Sweat said that you were snubbed.
Mm-hmm.
I told Eric Washington when I saw him, I said, did he get robbed of this? And he was like, well, he's just going to have to go out there and do it again.
Yeah.
So you got no other answer.
Exactly, no other answer. Just do it again, show them that they can't deny it this time, but I just got to do more, so that's fine.
I was walking out of open locker room and saw you with the jugs machine.
Oh, yeah.
You were the only player on the field out there. Is that your normal routine, or is that something new that you've started to do?
Really, it was something new that I started to do this year. But I was doing it at Penn State. I used to be out there. I was like one of the first ones out there all the time. Make sure I'm doing footwork. Make sure I'm getting my hands right. Things like that. So I was like, let me go back to what I used to do. So just going back out there. I think I started week 1, just going out there super early before and just getting my jugs and getting my ball working and things like that. Just to make sure that I'm locked in.
Quarterbacks have a 54.2 passer rating when you're in coverage. Does that number kind of signify something to you?
54. No.
Well, people are like, Jaquan Brisker is having his best season yet by far. What's allowed you to play so well through the first couple of weeks?
To be honest, just being healthy, being myself, trusting my instincts, and honestly, just the Bears just moving me around, letting me play left and right, which plays it to our ability, to my ability also, just freeing me and me just trusting myself and things like that.
Jalen Johnson said that there's still room for improvement
on
this
sure.
defense. Where do you see it most?
I'd say overall just the run game, pass game too, just a balance, because we could be better on third down, then we could be better on first and second, and that's just defending the run, and then on third down, just make sure we're getting off the field, especially on third and long, just make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do.
I know you had a good relationship with Eddie Jackson, but to see then Kevin Byard come in and be in the same room with you, what have you learned from someone like that who's never missed a game and really hasn't missed a practice, I think, until this season?
Yeah, I really learned just patience, especially when we lose, just continue to give it your best and things like that, and just dialogue within the film room, just dialogue, just communication, the way he talks during meetings, the way he lets us know what he sees and things like that. I feel like that was very big, just because obviously the chemistry, obviously we want to know where each other's going to be and things like that, and I feel like that was very huge. And off the field, just how he handles himself as a family man and things like that. So just taking a few tips for him, and a couple of things from his routine recovery wise.
Interesting. You got called for that one personal foul on that hit, but I know you're like, that's probably bogus, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because when I think of you as a player, I think of the physicality that you play with. That's like, that is the name of your game.
Yep.
Does stuff like that mess with your head a little bit? Or are you like, I'm willing to take those because that's the style of play you're always going to bring?
Yeah, to be honest, I really don't get too many penalties, so it kind of shocked me. I'm like, wow, they called penalty on me? So it was kind of crazy, but I didn't hear the whistle blow, and I'm really not that type of player to just hit people after the play, so it didn't really get to my head. I just told my team I owed them, and then I ended up getting a pick, but it didn't count, and then I had to owe them the whole game, so I just kept going and make sure that they were past that.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy that you're already in year 3.
Yeah.
It feels like you just got here.
Right.
We're one of the first 2 picks of this new regime, and Eberflus pointed that out, that you and Kyler Gordon kind of embody what they want in a Chicago Bear.
Yep.
I'm curious, because I know the love of the game has always been there for it, but when you get into the league, does it change at all for you, or have you found different things that kind of bring you joy when you play this game?
To be honest, it really hasn't changed. This has been my dream for so long, especially since a kid. I wanted to be a football player, but I thought I was going to be a an offensive player, but I end up being on defense. So
You're still catching balls.
yeah, right. I'm still catching balls. So yeah, I feel like I love football. That's my joy. This is what I love to do. I really used to always think about football. There used to be a time and point where people used to be like, "You can't stop talking about football." I'm like, I gotta figure out something else to talk about then. They're like, "You just boring. You just talk about football all day." Remember, I went to my aunt's and I brought weights and things like that. I was in like 5th, 6th grade just to work out there, and that was like for vacation. So really just thought about football. So it's definitely my dream.
And you're still only talking about football, or do you let some other things kind of?
No, I'm actually better. Yeah, I'm actually better. I actually found myself a long time ago, so I'm super hilarious and things like that.
We know you're hilarious. All you have to do is go on Twitter to find out everything that you have to say. Some people are saying, though, that you're playing like maybe one of the best safeties in the league right now.
Yeah.
And I hate to bring up what could be coming after this season, but does that kind of live in the back of your mind?
To be honest, I feel like last year I should have took the crown, and I was disappointed in my year I had last year. So I'm really just paying it forward, giving it all I got, giving the best me. I feel like when I give the best me, I'm really unstoppable in my eyes, and I'm really the best. So just gotta stick to myself, stick to my standards and things like that, and it's gonna be what I want.
You got another opponent coming up they've made a switch at quarterback, now have Andy Dalton, and their production has gone up significantly over the last 2 games.
Yep.
What have you seen with Andy Dalton under the center for the Panthers?
Just his poise, his veteran presence, the way he leads the offense, the way he gets the ball out pretty fast, the way he, the play clock, he, turns it all the way down to just, get the look, get to his, his cadence and things like that. And just things like that. I feel like you seen it, throughout the film, and you could tell, that offense is, flowing well.
You had 1 pick last week.
Yeah.
You're gonna have another this week.
Yeah, looking for.
Put it on tape.
Yeah, definitely looking for an interception and a forced fumble this week.
Oh, add a forced fumble. Love
Yep, gotta get 2.
Thanks, Jaquan. Appreciate it.
Yo, thank you, appreciate you.